Online Tonight is live and on the air at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
Your future is in his hands.
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
Max, where are you? I'm right here. Welcome to Online Tonight on this muggy, at least where I'm at, muggy Monday. Hey, that's like alliteration. My name is Max Smart. This is episode number 2113 of Online Tonight, where we talk about tech, pop culture, and more. And more is pretty much anything but politics. So think theme parks, food, pets, video games, movies, contact lenses. It's so muggy here, I couldn't get my contact lenses in. I only got one in before the show, so hopefully I'll be able to see you. Coming up this hour, of course, we've got our Geek Speak, our Bookmark This. We've got someone might be recording you 24/7. And in some states, breaking the law on the video part of it, on the audio part of it, which is something I've been wanting to do for decades, but we can talk about that later. There's some Ford recalls we want to share with you. And, of course, we've got our movie review of Enola Holmes 3. And this is the third one that we've seen, and I just learned something new about Enola Holmes that I did not know. And we'll see if you knew it. More importantly, however, Online Tonight is here to make your life easier when it comes to tech. I love to answer your questions. I'm your free tech support person. Give us a call, send us a text or voicemail or an email, and we will do our best to make technology your friend and not your foe. The best way to get into the show is using our toll-free telephone number, using our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system. The toll-free telephone number, 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the toll-free telephone number. I always have follow-up questions. You can be my eyes and ears. That is absolutely the best way to get into the show. But we also take your email, show@onlinetonight.com. We make that very simple, SHOW, show@onlinetonight.com. Or you can use our text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. Again, that number, 951-395-1017. Miss Victoria is producing the show. She's answering your calls, checking all the messages on all the different platforms. If you're on Twitch or YouTube or you're on the socials, she'll see those during the show. This portion of the show is brought to you by Paramount Plus. This streamer has become a serious contender in the ring. So if you're a UFC or a Zuffa boxing fan, that's included in the basic plan. With the premium plan, you're also going to get the WNBA, the PGA, and the LPGA. That programming is available. Find out all Paramount Plus has to offer by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/stream, onlinetonight.com/stream. The show is also brought to you by my new line of pirate merchandise. Check out onlinetonight.com/store, where I have some T-shirts and mugs and hats and tote bags will be added shortly. onlinetonight.com/store for my custom pirate merchandise. All right, here's some random tech news. This one I have been watching carefully because I actually had a patent pending in the same space. Meta has reportedly built a prototype of a super sensing version of their smart glasses. The glasses would continuously record audio and capture photos every few seconds. AI could use the recordings to answer questions about what the user saw or heard, or help recall past events. And that's really what my device is. It's more of a personal diary, so you can go back and check that stuff out and recall the things that you had during the day. However, we'll talk about my things some other time. Meta reportedly wants the glasses to record without activating any kind of LED that normally would light up to let people know that they're being captured or recorded, audio and video. One proposal would upload extracted metadata instead of the raw audio and video, with raw recordings not stored by Meta or accessible to others. So what does that mean? That means that they're going to have some type of AI processing that is going to basically transcribe the audio, and then that metadata, that data would be put up there. And then it's only taking pictures, so you could use a vision model to say, what is this? Oh, it's a picture of a statue, or it's a picture of a boat, or it's a picture of a sandwich. And that metadata would go up there. But they may also have location information, which is curious. The features could potentially be enabled on existing smart glasses through a software update. Privacy concerns include constant surveillance, biometric data collection, and possible violations of wiretapping laws in states requiring consent. As an example, in my prototype for my smart glasses, there is an option to turn off recording in the states that require it, California being one of them. I'm sure there are other states that have two-party consent rules. Current Meta Ray-Ban glasses already allow AI analysis of the surrounding area without a visual indicator for AI processing. So keep that in mind. If you see somebody wearing Meta smart glasses, the Ray-Ban brand, you might be recorded and you don't even know because the light's not on. So there you are. Comcast is planning on splitting. Random tech news. Comcast plans to split into two separate publicly traded companies. NBC Universal and Sky will become one company focused on media and entertainment. Comcast will remain focused on broadband, internet, and wireless services. The split follows Comcast's 2024 decision to spin off several cable networks like USA, Oxygen, E, Sci-Fi, Golf Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, which is now MS Now, right? Plus, and I didn't really recall the fact that Comcast owned Rotten Tomatoes and Fandango. For some reason, I thought Microsoft owned Rotten Tomatoes, but it is Comcast. NBC Universal will continue to have the Universal Studios, the theme parks, NBC, Telemundo, Peacock, Bravo, and Sky under that umbrella. And Comcast will continue to offer residential and business internet services. The CEO, Mike Cavanaugh, I believe is how you say his last name, will become the CEO of NBC Universal. And the former CFO, Michael somebody, will become the Comcast CEO after the separation. The separation is expected in about a year.
So they're just basically going back to the way it was before they bought Comcast, or before Comcast bought NBC Universal?
Well, well, yes and no, in that Sky, they had this whole thing, and they put all of these parts, think of it as a jigsaw puzzle. They put all of these parts underneath the NBC Universal umbrella. So Sky and Bravo and Peacock and all the other things that they have acquired over time, right? And then they said, okay, we got to make this a little bit more manageable. Maybe we can make more for the shareholders if we split these into different parts.
So they put them all in one bucket and then found they couldn't manage them that way, so they had to give them more buckets.
Sure. And it makes sense because you have Comcast, think of them as an infrastructure company. They own the wires, they own the cables, they own the head ends, they own the satellite dishes, they own the
it never
contracts
made
for the
sense to me that when they combined Comcast with NBC and Universal, that just didn't make sense to me. But
what did not make sense was who bought AOL? Was that Warner Brothers, Time Warner? Yeah. So that made no sense to me. Why were they buying that? I mean, it makes sense that someone like a Comcast, who already had cable companies, but I always thought of Time Warner not as a cable company, but diversification, always tricky, right?
Yeah.
Very quickly, I just wanted to throw this in there. The FAA is currently considering a proposal that would end the 1973 ban on supersonic flights. I don't know if you know this, but we used to have this thing called the Concorde by British Airways was the biggest one, and it was a supersonic airplane that would take very little time. if it's approved, Los Angeles to New York flights, which normally take over 6 hours, would be around 3. So half the amount of time, meaning you're going to be whizzing through the sky. Commercial supersonic passenger flights are not around the corner. It's going to take quite a while. There's rulemaking changes, certification, airline approvals, all that stuff. So you're not going to see it for probably several years. So my question to you is, were you one of the fortunate few who got to ride on the Concorde? And if so, what was it like? Or if it was going to come back, is it a mode of transportation that you would like? Or have you been to other countries like Asia and places like that that have these really fast bullet trains? So do you prefer air travel or fast train travel? So let me know. 1-800-39-ONLINE. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lickin' Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are gonna love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lickin' Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines, always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this, skills-first hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org/LA. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Online tonight.
Geek Speak. Geek Speak.
All right, this hour's Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and turn it into plain English right before your very ears, is vaporware. Vaporware. I have fallen for that many, 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 many times. Before we jump into vaporware, this portion of the show is brought to you by Anchor. I'm so excited that Anchor now has the Nano wireless car charger. That means that you can charge your phone using their Qi 2 certified 15-watt charging pad. It's wireless. It's just like a magnet. Pops right on there. What's cool is that charger can be taken indoors or to your hotel or whatever with you. But it is attached to a mount. And the mount has the ability to rotate 360 degrees. It tilts 45 degrees. That way you're going to get the most comfortable viewing experience. You really should only be doing that for maps, maybe, if that. And don't have it be a distraction while you're driving. We want you to be safe. But you can check out all the great Anchor products by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/anchor, onlinetonight.com/ANKER. Now, vaporware. Vaporware, at least in my experience, has mostly been in the software space. But with Kickstarter and some of these other things, we see it in the hardware space as well. And what it is it's something that has been announced, but the release date, or if you ever end up getting it, is the questionable part. So the release date is usually gets pushed and pushed and pushed, and there has been some vaporware where they even want you to put down a deposit, or like with Kickstarter, or you put down some funding money and then the thing never actually gets made. That's always a problem. So both hardware and software have had this issue. Most of the time, these things end up getting released. Sometimes they have fewer features than what they originally announced. But vaporware happens when a company is over aggressive in announcing a product's release date, wanting to be first to the market. Unforeseen delays can push the release date back, leading to products to be considered vaporware. The term often sticks after a delay of 3 or more months, or when a company postpones the release date for the second time, maybe the third time, while vaporware is generally a negative thing. Sometimes it can create a little bit of extra buzz and get people talking about it again. But that kind of diminishes as the thing takes longer and longer to get to you. Having multiple products into vaporware can tarnish a corporate image and negatively affect the company's credibility. So there you are. That is this hour's Geek Speak vaporware. Vaporware. All right, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546 is the toll-free telephone number. Don't forget you can follow me on X and Instagram. I use the same account name on both platforms, Max Smart Radio. All one word, no hyphens, dashes, underscores, no capitalization needed. Max Smart Radio. Miss Victoria.
Yes, we have a text from someone called Privacy Please in Oklahoma.
Okay.
I'm really tired of being followed around the web by targeted ads, especially when they're for things I already bought. I feel like Google must be amassing a ton of info about my previous searches. Is there a way to control or turn off what info they track?
Sure. Privacy Please. It used to be that in Chrome, you could go into incognito mode and you would be safe from being tracked. So .tracks, Google AdSense code, cookies, etc. But apparently, they now can track you even in incognito mode. So that's a problem. And as you probably already know, Google collects a ton of data as you search. Also, they follow what you watch on YouTube and other apps, like the whole, document side. So if you're using Google Sheets or Google Docs, things like that. If you're using Google Maps, they know where you get coffee in the morning. So there's a lot going on. The data is used, they say, to improve the services, provide recommendations, and give you those personalized advertisements. I found this to be a real pain in the butt when I was doing Prime Day. So I'd look stuff up, get reviews, then I would go into Prime Day, I'd buy a bunch of stuff. It would be delivered usually the next day or the day after, and then I would start seeing all of these ads, and it drove me crazy. So what can you do about it? Well, you can turn it off. If you go into Chrome and you go into your Google account, you want to click on the manager account place. You want to then find the data and privacy. It's usually on the left-hand side. Scroll down to My Activity. Click Web and App Activity, YouTube History, Timeline, Search Engines, Play History, and you can turn all that off. I believe you have to do them one at a time, so you have to turn them off. Now, turning them off is different than deleting the activity. You do have the ability to review the data that Google has, and you can delete it. And apparently, they're honoring that deletion. I'm going to say apparently. I'm a conspiracy theorist when it comes to data mining. So I'm going to say that even though I have told Google, or that it appears that I have deleted stuff, I've seen reports that Google has backups and they don't delete those backups for 4 years. What are they doing with the backups? But that's a different question. If you want to get there a little bit easier, you might do myactivity.google.com, and you can do date ranges. You can delete things from the last 30 days, or you can delete things from the last year. You have some options there. And then you can apparently automate this deletion so that you don't have to manually go in there. You can say every 3 months, I want you to automatically delete anything that's older than that. Every 18 months, every 3 years. So you've got some choices there, privacy, please. And I hope that that helps answer your question. If you are not listening live and you want to send a message like Privacy Please did, you can text 951-395-1017. You can also leave a voicemail there. So it's text and voicemail. Data rates, I already told you about that. Or you can send an email, show@onlinetonight.com. And you're always welcome to call the show, 1-800-39-ONLINE. Love to hear from you, however you send it. That's great. And, of course, chat if you're watching the visual version. All right, TCL, I thought this was a little bit surprising for me, and I think this happened maybe a week ago or whatever. Sony is selling a majority stake, 51% of its TV business, to TCL for about $470 million. A joint venture, a new joint venture called Bravia. Bravia, that's the name of a lot of Sony's televisions. Will be formed with Sony keeping 49% ownership. Bravia Inc. is expected to begin operations in April of next year, 2027, and will be based out of Tokyo. Future TVs will carry Sony and Bravia branding, but use TCL's display technology and manufacturing advantages. TCL will also acquire a Sony manufacturing subsidiary in Malaysia, with more deals potentially pending. The partnership aims to improve efficiency, scale, and global competitiveness in the TV market. Yeah, there's only been like 3 main panel companies: TCL, Samsung, and Sony. Now Sony is dealing with TCL. Stay tuned.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. Sumerian Collection.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Out here, in the middle of all these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. And sometimes, that's how it feels when you're going through tough times. Stress builds up, you have trouble sleeping, maybe your mind is racing and you just don't feel like yourself. So what do? We get help. Lots of people are struggling with their mental health. It's more common than you think. The good news is, there are people in our community who are here for us when times are tough. Sometimes, just talking to someone can make all the difference in the world, so we don't feel so alone. One thing you can do is visit loveyourmindtoday.org for simple steps you can take to find the right solution for you. Whether it's hearing stories about what other people are going through or finding the resources we need to navigate the stresses in our lives. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown. Never let kids' toys take over the house. And never fill your feed with kid photos. You'd never plan your life around their schedule. Never lick your thumb to clean their face. And you'd never let them leave the house looking like less than their best. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it. Never let them stay up too late. And never let them run wild through the grocery store.
Peanuts on aisle 6 and aisle 3.
So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We're taking your calls right now at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
Online tonight.
Carlos and the chicken of the sort of performers that keep popping up on the radio these days. So-called humorists who rely on cruel pranks and scatological references. Well, I suppose that's the sort of thing that passes for entertainment these days. You know, perhaps it's just a generational thing.
No, sir. It can't be true.
It absolutely is true. It's Online Tonight. My name is Max Smart. Thank you so much, Ben. Appreciate your support. I am Max Smart, by the way, in case you missed that. Don't forget, you can use our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number, which is 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. You can also reach out via text, voicemail, and email. The email address is show@onlinetonight.com, and the text voicemail number is 951-395-1017. Before we jump into our movie review of Enola Holmes 3, available on Netflix, I just want to quickly mention that Govee Neon Rope Light 2 is really cool. It looks like a neon sign from just a few feet away. It is incredibly shapeable neon light strip, so it bends. It looks like a gas tube, but without all of the poison and glass and the tricky parts of it. It comes with these great little bend clips, and you can create your angles and your shapes and all that stuff. Comes in two sizes, a 10-foot and a 16.4-foot length. You can get all the information about Govee and their products by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/Govee, onlinetonight.com/GOVEE.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
What's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
My name is Max.
My name's Victoria.
And we want to tell you about Enola Holmes 3, rated PG-13 on Netflix. The problem I had with Enola Holmes 1 was I didn't know Sherlock even had a sister. And then we watched a young Sherlock series, and his mother was different, and he had no sister. So my issue with the Sherlock franchise from whoever, I guess Sherlock Holmes is in the public domain. I think that's what happened, and I think that's why people can have their own interpretation of it. But I like consistency in my movies. And so the mom's the wrong actress. There's no sister. Isn't there even a brother in one of them?
Mycroft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are different family members in different versions of Sherlock. But if you think about it, so many different people have played Sherlock Holmes because we've had the movies with Robert Downey Jr. And then there's been a series, which we never saw, and which I think had Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, yeah.
in it.
Yeah, you're right.
And so many, many people have played Sherlock.
All right, but this is about his sister.
This is about his sister.
Enola Holmes. Do you want me to tell what I learned now or later? 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the movie, Enola's mom apologized for naming her child Alone backwards. I never ever caught that.
Yeah, I don't.
And I don't know why it was such a staggering thing for me. And I'm like, A-L-O-N. Yeah, it is Alone backwards. I was just flabbergasted. Who's in it? Why do we love it? Or do we not love it?
Okay. So we've got, of course, Millie Bobby Brown.
From Stranger Things.
As Enola Holmes. And she's really, she's grown up in front of everybody, from when she was first portraying Eleven in the first season of Stranger Things.
And her head's not shaved, so that's good.
For 5 seasons.
Nice long hair.
Yep. And yes, this is the 3rd Enola Holmes movie, and she's done other things as well. So she's back, obviously, or there wouldn't be another movie. Louis Partridge is back as her beloved Tewksbury, and I believe we met him in Enola Holmes 2. I don't think he was in the first one. Or maybe we just met him briefly, if at all. I don't remember the plot of the other 2 movies. Henry Cavill is back as Sherlock.
Superman.
Yes, it's so bizarre always to see him in other roles. But now we've moved on to a different Superman, so we got to get over that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like him. Helena Bonham Carter is their mother, Eudora, and she is quirky as ever.
And an activist, and this is why she's hunted by the law.
Yeah, And I don't think Helena Bonham Carter has ever played a straight-laced, non-quirky.
Yeah. Well, that's her
activist
brand, and
character.
she does it really well. She was the Queen of Hearts, and she was in the Sweeney Todd movies. I mean, she's a character actor who always has kind of an interesting kind of backstory and an angle. Also, sorry, go ahead. You go.
Himesh Patel as Dr. Watson.
Mhm.
Was he in the previous movies? I don't recall.
Absolutely.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. But then there are new people because this movie takes place in Malta.
Because?
Well, there's a whole bunch of new people.
But why are they in
They're
Malta?
in a new location.
What's the main plot point?
The main plot
Is
point.
she's getting married.
She's getting married, and Sherlock goes missing.
All right.
So that's her mystery that she has to solve. She's on the fence about getting married. She loves Tewksbury, but everybody. This is the late 1800s.
Sure,
I think, and she obviously is different from most women in that she's very active. She has a job as a detective, and she goes all over the place. She fights people. She does all these things that most ladies would not do in polite society.
She also has pride in her name, and so she's worried about taking Tewksbury's name because he's like semi-royalty, right?
Well,
So-
he's like a senator or he's some kind of lord in politics.
Yeah, what is the one that starts with an M? We talked about this because when we were tracing a buddy of mine's lineage, he was a
Marquis.
Marquis, yeah. So apparently that's where he is. Either his dad is a Marquis or he himself is in line to be the Marquis. I don't know. All of this whole royalty and dukes and all the titles, it's all confusing to me. But yes, so she's a little bit concerned about having to be. I mean, she jumps on the top of stagecoaches and she fires rifles and she solves these problems and she jumps into the water and she gets blown up and people hang her and drag her by ropes. I mean, she's, it's not the typical noble lady.
And she does it all while wearing a dress.
Mm-hmm. So I think she's concerned about some of the
but then
limitations that will be put upon her.
But then when her brother goes missing, she, has to kind of put the wedding aside because that's more important. But then more things happen, and there's a fire, and her mother-in-law goes missing, her future mother-in-law, and it just kind of piles on. And, we eventually see who is responsible for all of this. And we do, does she end up marrying Tewksbury, who actually has a first name that we learn in this movie?
We also, I thought, was interesting, without being too heavy-handed, there was some politics here. So I don't know if you know, but during this period of time, the British government had taken over Malta, and of course, the Maltese wanted their own independence. And my dad was stationed in Malta in the 1950s, and even then, they wanted the Englishmen out.
They didn't get their independence until 1963.
That's right. So this is a long battle for them. But we also then learn about some goings-on in British war and how they may or may not have taken
injustices, perhaps.
Sure, things from people that they had battled, and then that's kind of a mystery. And that's kind of what I like. There's a heist, there's a treasure hunt, there's a kidnapping, there's all these clues. Who actually leaves the clues? That one was pretty interesting, like specifically talking about the mirror, but I don't want to wreck it. So there was a lot of fun in here. It is a long movie though. It's like an hour and 48 minutes.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I would continue watching, if they made more of these, just because I like mysteries. I like a strong female character, no nonsense, and I'm getting used to the asides to camera.
The thing I think is going to be interesting is if Tewksbury becomes her Mr. Watson, though I don't think he's that smart. Watson's a doctor. He can help people when they get injured. What do you rate it, quick?
I give it a 4.5.
All right, we're talking about Enola Holmes 3. This is the third one in the movie series, rated PG-13 on Netflix. All three are available now on Netflix. I will join you with 4.5. If you've been watching this series, I'd love to hear from you to see what you thought, but we greatly enjoyed it. Enola Holmes 3, PG-13. Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Urns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Urns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvurns.com.
I actually drop better when I'm high. It heightens my senses, calms me down. If anything, I'm more careful. Honestly, it just helps me focus.
That's probably what the driver who killed a 4-year-old told himself. And now he's in prison. You see, no matter what you tell yourself, if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Our research team has found a perfect solution to solve any man's ED problem, erectile dysfunction. Even the word is a bummer. And those pharmacy pills are expensive. But when you call our special toll-free number, you can always buy 40 to 50 pills for around $2 each. At your pharmacy, you could spend up to $65 for just one pill. Our price is around $2, and our formula works virtually the same as the expensive pills. We even deliver them to your door in a confidential package so you don't have to go anywhere. Just pick up the phone and order 40 to 50 highly effective ED pills for around $2 each. It's a no-brainer. You'll save hundreds of dollars, and you'll have our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call now to order 40 to 50 ED pills with no prescription for around $2 each.
Call Steelman now at 800-764-9168, 800-764-9168. That's 800-764-9168.
At concerts, we dance to the same tune. At games, we hug total strangers. At marathons, we hand water to people we'll never see again. We pull over to help. We stop for someone who's fallen. We give. We step up. We show up. And yet, in these moments, there's also something we don't do. We don't act based on how they look, who they love, where they're from, or what they believe. We just act. Because the things that make us different will never change what makes us human. Go to lovehasnolabels.com to learn more. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at soundidouttogether.org. That's soundidouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Online tonight. Hey, bookmark this.
All right, each and every hour we give you a website that we hope you find fun, educational, or at least entertaining. And what I'm always surprised about is how many things are celebrated in each and every month. I feel like it's 20 things now. First of all, July was, for one thing, then it was the birth of America. We celebrate that. Then it was the men's health thing or whatever. Now I find out that July is peach month. I do like peaches, though, so I guess that's exciting. This is a very long URL, so I made you a short one. OnlineTonight.com/peaches. And remember, that ends with an E and an S, so peaches. Or you can just go to the website, OnlineTonight.com, look for episode number 2113, hour 1. The link will be right there. Peach season is upon us once again. I recently learned that peaches grow in California 7 months out of the year. I didn't realize that, but some other reason we only eat them in the summer because they're cool. Well, we put our peaches in the refrigerator, so they're always a nice, cool. You come in from outside, maybe doing the lawn or throwing the ball around or looking at the hawks, and then you come in and you have a nice, cold, juicy peach. Ugh. And they've been really yummy lately, by the way. Okay. There are different kinds. Did you know this? I did not know this. There's a clingstone and a freestone peach, and there are 3-color peaches, apparently. They come in 3 different colors. I didn't even know that. This site gives you all the basics on peaches, and there's a map that shows you where they're grown all over America, the U.S. I've learned there's a place literally a mile and a half or a couple miles from me. I want to know if they're going to let me pick my own. Anyway, that's this hour's bookmark. This peachesonlinetonight.com/peaches, onlinetonight.com/peaches. Before we move on, we talk about some recalls. I've teamed up with Swag to the Max to help introduce my new line of pirate t-shirts. You can find it all by going to our website, onlinetonight.com/store. Some of their stuff will be there as well. But the top, I think, 3 or 4 shirts are my original creations. onlinetonight.com/store. So get there quick, as they say.
Online tonight.
This show looks just as good with or without your 3D glasses. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
All right, if you are a Ford dealer, oh, man, you've got, as they say in comedy, Ford got some explaining to do. 741,000 vehicles in the U.S. are being recalled due to a transmission brake system problem. The problem may damage the transmission parking system, increasing the risk of a crash or an injury. The affected vehicles include the F-150, the Lincoln Avatar. Did you know that Ford owns Lincoln? Most people do, but in case you didn't, just thought I'd let you know. A lot of my family owns the Ford Explorer. Guess what? They're in the recall. Lincoln Navigator, which is basically an advanced version of that. The Ford Expedition. Wait, I think the Navigator is a premium version of the Expedition. I don't know. I'm not in the car market. If you have a 2018 through 2021, then you need to go check it out. The issue can occur when certain transmission shifts temporarily engage the parking pawl while the vehicle is moving. I guess a pawl is like a lever or a pin that keeps the vehicle from rolling when you stick it in park. Damage to the park system may prevent the transmission from holding the vehicle in park if the parking brake is not applied. Oh, so if it's an automatic and you put it in P for pause or park. The NHTSA says that Ford is aware there's been 24 claims of property damage, 9 reported injuries, and 2 emotional injury claims. I think if you own a Ford and you see a recall notice, you should just be emotionally injured. Oh, man. Okay. Owners will receive recall notices by mail. I believe that's only if you're the original owner or you've had service at an authorized Ford dealer. Ford Lincoln dealers will update the powertrain control module software. I don't know how that fixes a pin that's broken. Inspect the transmission for park system damage. There you go. Let's look at the actual thing that might be bent or broken. And they will replace the damaged transmission components if needed. They didn't say if they were going to do it for free, but they're going to do the software update. They're going to look for the little pin, and then if it's bent, broken, or missing, like it fell out, I don't know how I would do that. It does say here, if they have to replace a damaged transmission component, you will not have to pay. Oh, that's very nice of Ford. Thank you for helping the 741,000 customers. If you do not get this notice and you have a 2018 through 2021 car, you can call their service number at 1-866-436-7332. You can also call the NHTSA Safety Vehicle Hotline at 1-888-327-4236. You can get more information. So, that covered. Ford looks like everything is hunky-dory. Nope. They've recalled an additional 110,000 Mustangs. If you have a Ford Mustang, a Mustang GTD, or a Mustang Mach-E model, you are subject to this recall. The larger recall affects almost 68,000 Mustangs and Mustang GTDs. In cold weather, the windshield wipers may only operate at high speed. The windshield wiper system may also fail to work properly or at all. Reduced visibility could reduce the risk, could increase, not reduce, the opposite, could increase the risk of crash. This reminds me of the time. Do you know about this story, Miss Victoria?
You have to give
my cousin Pamela had a 1976, I believe, Corolla wagon. Oh no, she had a Celica. So Pamela had a Celica, and one day in Southern California, it was raining and her windshield wipers didn't work. So I had to lean out the passenger window, no seatbelt, and wipe the windshield so she could drive safely. Very quickly, a separate recall of 42,000 Mustang Mach-E vehicles. The rear pinion shaft may fracture. This could cause the driver to lose control. Anyway, reach out to your Ford dealer, see if you're covered. I don't see any years or dates for any of these ones, so you might want to check with your Ford dealer. This is one of the nice reasons about going to an authorized Ford service center, is that they have your name, your address, your phone number, your text, your email. They can let you know if your vehicle is one of those VINs as part of this recall. But who's responsible for safety? You are. So don't hesitate to call Ford and ask them if you're affected. Stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.
Looking around for the phone number, it's 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546.
Online tonight.
Who is this guy?
I don't know. Until we find out, keep a lid on it.
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
All right, welcome to Online Tonight on this beautiful Monday evening. Let's get some lights on. There we go. It's always nice to work in the evenings because then the sun goes down and it gets a little bit cooler. This is hour 2, by the way, of episode number 2113. My name is Max Smart, and here on Online Tonight, we talk about tech, pop culture, and pretty much whatever random thoughts I have. So earlier in hour 1, I was telling you how I only have one contact in. I still only have one contact in, and look, I'm still able to do the show. So either I have a lot of talent or it's easier than it seems. I don't know. Coming up this hour, of course, we've got our Geek Speak, our Bookmark This, Apple News, lots of Apple News, earbuds for people who enjoy orange snack foods. I'm not really sure what that means. And a new thing for grown-ups. And I'm actually going to I'm going to do what's called a tease. I don't think they had to make a special version for adults. I was happy to use the kids' version. It's always wonderful to go to one of those places and help the children play with this particular thing. You'll know what I mean when we get there. More importantly, though, Online Tonight has been here for decades to help you with your tech questions, whether those are about your computer, your iPad, your phone. You want to talk about 3D printers, podcasting. I've got this awesome phone system if you want to talk about that and how it might help you in your business or your talk show or podcasting or anything like that. It's fantastic. You can actually take it with you pretty much anywhere across the country that has internet, and you'll have your entire business phone system with you. I love it. We can talk about that. We can talk about anything. There's really no such thing as a dumb question. Best way to get in is to call our Broadcast Bionics phone system, Caller 1 phone system, using our toll-free telephone number, 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. This is the best method. I always have follow-up questions. You can be my eyes and ears. We can work these things out together because, you know, I'm gonna ask you lots of stuff. Victoria's taking your calls, going through your texts and your emails and your voicemails. If you're not listening live, feel free to reach out via those said methods. The email address, show@onlinetonight.com. The text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. Again, that number, 951-395-1017. Before we jump into Apple News, this portion of the show is brought to you by Anchor. Their new Prime 3-in-1 wireless charging station features the Qi 2.2 protocol support, allowing a MagSafe iPhone to charge up to 25 watts. That is the same speed that Apple's MagSafe charger has, and it's 10 watt faster than the standard Qi 2 MagSafe chargers. You can also charge an Apple Watch and your AirPods, if they're wireless AirPods, at the very same time. You can check out all Anchor has to offer by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/anchor, onlinetonight.com/anchor. And before I forget, don't be sure to head over to onlinetonight.com/store, where you can see my pirate shirts and other merchandise to be added shortly. Hats and cups and, well, they're mugs and tote bags and stickers. All that will be at onlinetonight.com. I hope you'll check out my pirate line of stuff. All right, Apple. 3 YouTube channels have sued Apple, accusing them of illegally accessing and scraping millions of YouTube videos to train their AI models. The lawsuit alleges Apple violated the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, also known as the DMCA, and bypassed YouTube's protection against video scraping. The creators claim that Apple benefited financially from using creator content without compensation. The lawsuit was filed by the following companies: H3H3 Productions, Mr. Short Game Golf, and Golfoholics. Interesting, there's a lot of golf involved here. The channels also filed similar lawsuits against all the other players like Meta, NVIDIA, ByteDance, and Snap. Apple responded by arguing that the videos were publicly available on YouTube and that accessing them was allowed under the DMCA. So this is going to be a very interesting case to see where it goes. Apple said YouTube's terms of service also allowed access to the publicly available videos. Apple argued that because the videos could be viewed by anyone without a password or a payment, YouTube's protection did not qualify as access control under the DMCA. Apple said the plaintiffs failed to make a valid legal claim and has asked the court to throw out the lawsuit, also known as dismiss the lawsuit. If you are a Cloud Plus storage subscriber, you will get some benefits when iOS 27 comes out at no extra cost. The benefits apply to users that have the paid iCloud Plus plans beyond Apple's free 5 gig storage. I do pay for the 2 terabyte. I think I pay like $3 a month because I get domain mail. I get extra storage. There's a few other things I get that I feel is worth $3 a month. The new iCloud perks, by the way, include a higher daily usage limit on some of Apple's intelligence features once they get rolled out in iOS 27. They're not here yet, but you're going to get some additional stuff. Think Playground, image generation maybe. The new Apple intelligent features for HomeKit will also be available for the video cameras. Not exactly sure what the limits will be, but you're going to have less limits. Apple Intelligent usage limits apply to some features, including image generation. I mentioned that, Image Playground. Most Apple Plus plans will receive increased access to these features, likely. We already know it's going to exclude the entry-level plan, maybe, but Apple did not specify exactly which level. So maybe my $3 level won't qualify. We won't know until iOS 27 comes out. Apple says limits exist because the features rely on expensive AI server that are based in the cloud, and so they've got infrastructure costs. Apple intelligence models are now based on Gemini. We talked about this last time. Improving features such as Image Playground's ability to create photorealistic images. If you remember before, or currently, if you use Apple Intelligence Playground on your iPhone or your iPad or whatever, you only get like cartoony things. You can't make anything look like a real person. But now with the new upgraded Gemini models that Apple will be having access to, we're going to get some more photorealistic stuff. HomeKit secure video cameras will gain Apple Intelligence features, including video descriptions, searching camera clips using natural language, like find me the picture of when the dog knocked over the pot. Automatically identifying noteworthy clips, like grab that video where my trampoline went over the fence because it was a windy day. Or the bounce house, some large man tried to jump in the front door of the bounce house and actually bounced off and landed on the lawn. These are the kinds of things you're going to be able to ask in the HomeKit secure video search using AI. Apple One Family and Apple One Premium subscribers will also receive some of these benefits. All right, Home AI features will require some of the like if you use HomeKit and Matter and some of those stuff, you have to be a iCloud. This is a new story, by the way. You have to be an iCloud Plus 2 terabyte subscriber or better. So Apple says that the new camera feature in Home app will require this 2 terabyte plan or higher. The requirements applies to iOS 27, iPadOS 27, and macOS Golden Gate, which, by the way, I hear a rumor is tomorrow there's going to be a developer release, and somebody winked at me and said it might be public preview day. So keep an eye out for that. The 2 terabyte plan, by the way, is $10 a month. The 50 gig plan does support 1 camera. The 200 gig plan supports up to 5 cameras. The 2 terabyte plan supports unlimited secure video cameras and will include the AI features. Very quickly, if you are a Apple Creator Studio subscriber, new features you might want to update because new features have been added to Pixelmator Pro, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and some of the other creative tools. So check those out. Are you using those features? If you are, I would love to hear how you're using those features. And the best way to do that is to give me a call. 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. I have tons of questions, and maybe you can give me some answers instead of what Online Tonight usually does, which is hopefully give you answers.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new in vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. SAMERIAN Collection.ETSY.com. Sumerian Collection.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. That's 800-908-3082.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Online Tonight.
Geek Speak.
All right, this hour's Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and turn it into plain English right before your very ears, is drive-by download. Have you even heard of that? I think I've done that a few times. We'll get right back to that in just a moment. This portion of the show is brought to you by Govee. Let's talk a little bit about Govee's Luma Blend Plus color system. This color management system features a new 16-bit precision chip for smoother, more precise color transitions. So if you're one of those ones who likes chasers or things like that, those are going to be a lot smoother. They're going to look a lot better. And this chip also gives you industry-leading 1000K and 10,000K, which I think is Kelvin, right? Color temperature range. Govee also has a new partnership with Samsung and their smart things. You can learn all about Govee's products by visiting our website, onlinetonight.com/Govee, onlinetonight.com/Govee. Now, drive-by download. A drive-by download is a download that happens automatically when you visit a website. This is not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes it can be good, but most of the time, it's not something that you want. First of all, you didn't ask for it. It initiated it all by itself. And sometimes it even does it in the background. Drive-by downloads can occur on both legitimate and malicious websites. My question is, how legitimate are they if they're not asking you permission? It's usually used by hackers. So hackers will gain access to a trusted website. They can install code on a website that will then initiate this automatic download when any visitor goes there. Malicious websites use it for phishing and other nefarious activities to download malware to your computer. In rare cases, online advertisers have even inserted code to display ads that will initiate downloads on your computer. Most ad networks now prevent this. This was a big problem with Google AdSense for a while, but they've put the brakes on that. While drive-by downloads happen automatically, it is rare that an executable file will run unless you start it, unless you give it permission. This is because most browsers notify you when a file has been downloaded, and it will not open it automatically. So most browsers nowadays are smart and will not auto-launch the application. That helps protect you from these drive-by downloads. And if you feel that you go to a legitimate website and they are doing that too, you should tell them, hey, I'm going to stop patronizing you because this is really a dangerous thing. I don't want to be affected by this hour's Geek Speak, a drive-by download. A drive-by download.
Online tonight.
All right, the phone lines are open. Feel free to call our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number 1-800-39-online. And don't forget, you can follow me on X and Insta, as the youth say, Instagram. I use the same account name on both platforms, at Max Smart Radio, on X and Instagram. Miss Victoria.
Yes, we have an email from Charlene in Chicago. My iPhone is on T-Mobile, and I'm curious about something. Sometimes I get a text message that says I got a voicemail from someone, but most of the time I don't get this notification about voicemails. I don't feel I need this because I get phone notifications that tell me about incoming voicemails. But why does this happen sometimes? Is it a setting I can change, or is it triggered by something specific about that particular call? I can't figure it out.
Okay. I've noticed this is kind of a randomy thing too. When I was on T-Mobile, well, you do know that Mint Mobile was purchased by T-Mobile, so I believe they're using the same infrastructure now. But let's say I use T-Mobile. It's hit or miss, it seems. Like I'll get a text and it'll say, hey, it's usually from a salesperson. Hey, you've got this thing. What I have noticed is if the message is longer and it is clearly communicated by someone, then I'll get this text notification that I have a voicemail. The problem with T-Mobile is they're gigantic and they have probably 1 million plus subscribers, if not more than that. And sometimes the server gets overloaded and you're not going to get that text. So if it's a feature that you rely on, well, it's hit or miss. But if you're like me and you find that it's annoying, you can just turn it off. And that's what I had to do. I'm on an iPhone. I don't know if you're on an Android or an iPhone. That's why being on the phone is always helpful. 1-800-39-online. My first question would be, are you on an Android or on an iPhone? I don't think that Charlene says, does she? Oh, on my iPhone. Okay, I'm going to give you instructions on the iPhone. You go into the T-Mobile app. Hopefully you have that. T-Mobile has this like Tuesday thing where you can get, discounts and free stuff. But it also allows you to look at your bill. It allows you to look at your usage, and it allows you to change some of your settings. So in the bottom, I believe it's the bottom right-hand corner, you'll find your T-Mobile account, and you go in there. Then you go into your profile, your account settings, and then you look for blocked calls and messages. You should already be on your phone line, but if not, you would select your phone line. You would find the block other section, and then you would turn off T-Mobile voicemail to text. So it actually says, at least on my phone, let's see if I remember correctly, it says T-Mobile voicemail to text block. And there you go. So hopefully that will solve it. Initially, I thought it was an iPhone feature. So you can go into the apps, go into phone, and look to see if there's any kind of text me when I get a voicemail. But the T-Mobile version actually gives you the transcript of the voicemail, whereas I think the Apple one just pops up a notification banner. So hopefully that helps you turn that off. If you're an Android user, I can just tell you very quickly, open the Visual Voicemail app, tap the menu, which is the little hamburger, or it might be 3 dots. Tap Settings, find voicemail to text or send to SMS, and then turn that off. So Android is very different interface when it comes to this particular thing. So there you go. If you're not listening live and you want to submit a question like Charlene did from Chicago, I have relatives from Chicago. In fact, we just saw them at a wedding yesterday, and we talked about Chicago and other places. You can send an email to I got distracted by the wedding. Sorry. show@onlinetonight.com. show@onlinetonight.com. That's the email address. Our text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. I have not been to a Krispy Kreme in forever, but I might pop in over the next week or so because Krispy Kreme has decided to partner with the Girl Scouts of America to create a donut inspired by Girl Scout cookies. The coconut caramel, lemon ups, and thin mints being my absolute favorite, are now in the donuts or on the donuts. The Thin Mint donuts include the Thin Mint cookie pieces, dark chocolate chips, and a mint-flavored green icing drizzle. I can't eat green icing. I tried that when I was younger, and I freaked out after I went to the restroom. But we're not going to talk about that. Krispy Kreme says that the collaboration gives fans a new way to enjoy their familiar Girl Scout cookie flavors. Fans have expressed excitement, especially around the Thin Mint donut. That's the one I'm most excited about. Miss Victoria will probably go with the coconut caramel, and I don't know how many people are going for lemon ups. Are you? Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Earns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Urns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvurns.com.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lick and Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are going to love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lick and Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and, of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. LoveYourMindToday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit LoveYourMindToday.org. That's LoveYourMindToday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us. But, try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
We're on the air live tonight. 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the number.
Online tonight.
We have everything under control. We're on top of it.
Putting down the game controller long enough to do this. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Max Smart. Name of the show is Online Tonight, where we talk tech, pop culture, and more. Providing free tech support for decades here on the radio and now our visual watchers on the streaming services like YouTube and Twitch. Use our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. You can also reach me via email, text, or voicemail. Email address is very easy, show@onlinetonight.com, SHOW, like a program, a show, show@onlinetonight.com. Our text voicemail number, 951-395-1017. I've teamed up with Swag to the Max to introduce my new line of pirate t-shirts and other swag. Like a pun or a play of words, trying to be tricky. You can find them by going to my website, onlinetonight.com/store, which Swag to the Max made for me. So you'll see the pirate t-shirts as well as some of their other stuff there. We're going to be adding mugs and t-shirts and hats. Well, the t-shirts are there. Mugs, stickers, hats, tote bags. That's the other thing. All right, back to some Apple news. Beats Solo Buds are now available in orange. And I really didn't understand why, but let's say you love Doritos or Cheetos or your favorite color is orange. Miss Victoria selected this for me, and she told me not to look ahead because it was a mystery. Why would you have orange? It makes sense because I am always getting Dorito dust on all my stuff. My tie, I had to change my tie before I went to the wedding because I had Cheeto Crunchy powder on my tie. And Miss Victoria did not want to be seen with me with a messy tie, apparently. Beats has released a new retail exclusive orange color option for its Solo Buds wireless earbuds. The orange Solo Buds are available at Best Buy, and you can get them at 7-Eleven in Japan. And 7-Eleven in Japan is nothing like the 7-Elevens here in America. Miss Jennifer went there, and she told me about Family Mart and 7-Eleven. They are completely different kind of stores. Solo Buds by Beats are their entry-level earbuds. They usually cost around $80 here in America. Best Buy is currently offering a $10 discount, bringing the Solo Bud Orange to $70, $69.99. Solo Buds provide up to 18 hours of battery life from the earbuds. The charging case only supports wired charging, by the way, and does not contain its own battery. It's just a holder, and it does a pass-through charge. So it doesn't have, it's not like AirPods where it has a little battery that you can then charge on the go. Beats originally launched Solo Buds in June of 2024 in black, stormy gray, transparent red, and Arctic purple. Arctic purple, excuse me. I had iced tea. The Arctic purple you could only get at Target or on the Apple Store. Or in the Apple Store. I wasn't sure if that was an online exclusive or if they actually had it in the store. I never looked for it. The ivory color option was later released as a Walmart exclusive, and other select retailers also got their hands on those as well. The new orange color is similar to the limited edition orange Solo Buds released in India in 2024, where they were offered free if you bought an iPhone 15 or an iPhone 15 Plus. The India edition featured purple Beats B logos, while the Best Buy version and the one from 7-Eleven, the B for Beats, is a red color. Apple is dropping support for encrypted extended drives. If you use this, you might want to have a listen. Apple will stop supporting encrypted macOS extended HFS Plus drives starting in macOS Golden Gate, also known as macOS 28. Affected encrypted external drives will need to be decrypted or reformatted before you upgrade. So you got to do some management before you update to Golden Gate. Otherwise, you're not going to have access to that stuff. macOS 28 will continue supporting the macOS extended file system for non-encrypted volumes. Apple has not explained why they have removed the encrypted HFS Plus support. Apple has moved to a different file system, I think even back as far as, don't quote me on this, Catalina maybe. APFS has been the default Mac file system since, here we go, High Sierra in 2017, and includes built-in encryption support. The change appears to be another step towards moving away from the HFS Plus format. Starting with macOS 26, macOS would have warned you that it had detected an encrypted HFS Plus drive, and it probably, I haven't seen this message, so it may have said something like, hey, you can't take this to 28. I don't know. Users can check compatibility in disk utility by looking for volumes listed as both macOS extended and encrypted. Unencrypted HFS Plus drives will not be affected and will continue to work. Apple recommends backing up affected drives before making any changes. Users have two options. You can reformat the drive as an APFS or APFS encrypted drive, which will erase all the data, right? Or you can decrypt the drive to preserve the existing data, which is still risky. You should still back up the drive before you do either of these two things. And if you want to know how to get Time Machine to back up an external hard drive, feel free to call me. Let me know. I'll be happy to tell you. I will tell you very quickly how to decrypt a drive. Connect and unlock the drive. Control-click the drive in the Finder on the desktop. Well, the Finder within the Finder windows, or if you have the icon mounted on the desktop, you can right-click there. Control-click. Choose decrypt and enter the encryption password. The process is going to take a long time, especially if you have a 1, 2, 4, 8, or 16 terabyte drive. After decryption, users can optionally convert the drive to APFS without having to erase it. The decryption method does not apply to encrypted Time Machine backup drives, by the way. Apple is now selling iPhone 16e refurbs on their online store. Refurbished iPhone 16e models are available for the first time since the phone was launched in February. The refurbished versions are the 128 gig iPhone 16e for $419, which is like almost $200 less than the original price. It's like $179, $180 off. The iPhone 16e was discontinued after the release of the 17e and is no longer sold by Apple as a new item. Refurbished phones, the 128 gig version is $419, the 256 gig version is $509, and the 512 version is $679. The iPhone 16 is available in two colors, black and white. Compared to the newer 17e, the iPhone 16 does not have MagSafe charging, the new C1X modem, the 256 gig base storage starts at 128. The iPhone 17 starts at 256. It has an older chip, so it does not have the A18, and it does not have the ceramic shield to glass. Refurbished iPhones go through Apple's cleaning and testing process and are designed to be equivalent to a new device. They include a 1-year warranty, same as any new iPhone, and it is eligible for Apple Care Plus. 5 games. This is what I was excited about. Apple Arcade has recently added 5 new games. The new games include the mobile version of the game Family Feud, called Family Feud Pocket. Here are the other ones that are available. Classic Family Feud, Daily Challenges, that's that. The other 4 games that were added are Dungeon Crawler Plus, Creatures of the Deep Plus, Pocket City 2 Plus, and Draw It Plus. Why is everything got to be a plus now? Apple Arcade provides access to hundreds of games on your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, your Apple TV, and in that gigantic, wonderful virtual world known as Apple Vision Pro, but I don't have $3,500 to throw down. Apple Arcade is about $7 a month in the US, but if you're an Apple One subscriber, it is included along with music and TV and a bunch of other stuff. Are you using the service? I'd love to hear from you. 1-800-39-ONLINE. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines, always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown. Never let kids' toys take over the house. And never fill your feed with kid photos. You'd never plan your life around their schedule. Never lick your thumb to clean their face. And you'd never let them leave the house looking like less than their best. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it. Never let them stay up too late. And never let them run wild through the grocery store.
Peanuts on aisle 6 and aisle 3.
So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
At concerts, we dance to the same tune. At games, we hug total strangers. At marathons, we hand water to people we'll never see again. We pull over to help. We stop for someone who's fallen. We give. We step up. We show up. And yet, in these moments, there's also something we don't do. We don't act based on how they look, who they love, where they're from, or what they believe. We just act. Because the things that make us different will never change what makes us human. Go to lovehasnolabels.com to learn more. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
All you need is
Online tonight.
All right, bookmark this. I love to give you a website that you hopefully will find fun, educational, or entertaining. And this one is strange for me because this one actually comes from the UK, which is where my ancestors came from. And it's strange. We were just talking about orange earbuds, so maybe these will be popular for this because yesterday was July the 12th, also known as the 12th of July. And I grew up knowing this as Orangeman's Day. Well, they usually just call it the 12th. This is a holiday in Northern Ireland, which is where my family is from. It celebrates William, who was the Prince of Orange. He became King William III, and he made a lot of changes in the late 1600s that brought about significant constitutional changes for like the entire British Isle. You can, I always add the S, I don't know why, because, American public school. You can learn more about this holiday at the Grand Orange Lodge of Ireland's website. That's what I'm going to give you. It's www.goli.org.uk. And I always put the links in the show notes. So go to hour 2 of episode number 2113, and it'll be right there. You can just click on it. I will give it to you one more time. Now, what's weird is the 12th of July fell on a Sunday, and they don't do the parades and they don't do the, a lot of the fancy stuff. So they're doing it today. Well, they're 8 hours ahead, so they're probably done. But they do it on a Monday. They did it on a Monday. So if it falls on a Sunday, the 12th falls on a Sunday, they do the main parade and all that stuff on the Monday, the 13th. Now, if you know anything about the Orangeman Parade and all that stuff, the bonfires where they make little triangle shapes in the middle of the streets and they light them on fire, they started that on Friday. But if you want to learn more about this holiday and the history of King William III, he became king, so that's probably the most important part. Then head over to this website, goli.org.uk. That is this hour's bookmark this. This portion of the show is brought to you by Paramount Plus. Looking for a scary movie or scary content that you want to binge? Paramount Plus has got you covered. They've got the entire series of the Scream movie franchise. All 7 full-length movies are there and a bunch of other scary stuff if you're interested. Head over to our website, onlinetonight.com/stream to find out all about what Paramount Plus has to offer. onlinetonight.com/stream.
Online Tonight.
Where the quality of our answers just might surprise you. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
Yes, hopefully the quality will be meet and exceed your expectations. You know what meets and exceeds my expectations? I tried to give you a tease at the top of the hour, and so now I'm going to deliver on that tease. That is one of the things I hate about some radio hosts, is they will give you a tease and then they never get around to it. Well, I'm going to get around to it because I absolutely love to play with this, and I don't even think you had to make it special for adults. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Hasbro Play-Doh. They have a new thing called Blooms by Play-Doh. It is the first Play-Doh product that is designed for adults. I don't care. I'm not even going to look at it, because why do I like Play-Doh? Because it gives me that nostalgia of my childhood. I want it to come in that crappy little cardboard box with the lid that doesn't actually go on and keep the stuff from drying out. This is all part of the experience. But apparently this new line transforms Play-Doh into a crafting experience for creating realistic floral arrangements and home decor pieces. I don't want that. Blooms by Play-Doh builds on the brand's more than 70-year history of creativity and expands Play-Doh beyond traditional children's play. No. This is what makes it fun. We used to have those things, like the dentist, where you could mold a tooth. We didn't have that in my day. We pretty much had the push it and then you could haircut the person, or the beard one. There was a cooking one where you could make, with the molds, you could make like little hamburger buns and little hamburger patties. Here's the problem that I always had with Play-Doh as a kid. And that is, you would make the hamburger. So you'd make the hamburger out of the light-colored Play-Doh for the bun. Then you would get tomato. You would use the red Play-Doh. Then you would get the brown Play-Doh. Sometimes they didn't have brown Play-Doh. How do you get brown Play-Doh? You take all of the colors and you mash them together, and they turn into a nasty brown color. And you would then put that in the mold to make the hamburger patty. And then you would put it in your little thing, and you would play your little game, and it would get soft, and it would get kind of crunchy, and it would get kind of weird, like Play-Doh does. And then you would try to separate the colors so you could put them back in the can. It never worked out.
No, you end up with a melange of all the colors in the same little can.
So we learned very quickly in our family, because I have some very smart relatives, and they figured this out. Find a can that's basically done and use that for the scraps. So keep your red pristine, keep your green pristine, keep your blue pristine, keep your yellows and your light colors all pristine. And then when you make these concoctions, or you put multiple colors in to make multicolored hair or beards or spaghetti out of the machine, when you take those, you put them in the clump, the mixed section. Did you ever do this?
I don't think I had those.
So you just rolled it into a sausage or made little animals out of it, like a goat?
I don't think I used Play-Doh that much. I did eat my fair share, though.
Oh, yike. Well, it is non-toxic, so that's one good thing. But you should probably limit the amount that your children eat. Very quickly, I want to give Blooms a little bit more props because, they made an effort. It comes with Play-Doh. That's like the main thing. You can just give me that, and I don't need anything else. But it comes with scrapers and molds, and you even get a vase. I think it's a little plastic vase. And finishing spray, which is basically a lacquer that will then keep the Play-Doh from drying up and flaking apart. And then you can create these flowers and do all these wonderful things that you want. So that's a lot of fun. Very quickly, in the 30 seconds I have left, an 8-year-old Arizona boy went to Disneyland, and he became the 1 billionth visitor at the beginning of July. And he was rewarded with all kinds of fun little things, like front of the line passes. He got a private tour. He got to visit Walt's private apartment. He got to ride on a new version of Soaring Over America before anybody else did. It was a lot of fun for him, and hopefully his parents enjoyed it too. I still go with my little one because then I could be the child at heart that I am and run around, and they want to kick me out of Toontown when I'm in the splashy area, but luckily that hasn't been working over the last couple weeks. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.